Hello, welcome back,
No.
and welcome back to me. It's been a while, yeah. I'm still thinking into this. I already messed up once. Didn't see it though, so it didn't happen. Today I'm doing another Do You Remember video. Now, do you remember Mona the Vampire? Okay, this is post as well. Commenting here just because I got this bit wrong. I was messed up, honey. I had it in my notes and I got messed up. So I'm just gonna clear it up. So enjoy like black and white Isabel while I speak over her, the bitch. Okay, so the timeline goes as follows. The books were made in 1990, but the TV production wouldn't start until 1998. Then the first episode aired on 1999. And the final episode aired on 2006. That's just the final episode coming out because it was still aired up until one year it came out in 2009, another time it was 2013, 2014. However, even though there was a 7-year gap, there was actually only 4 seasons, and there was a big gap between the first 2 seasons and the last 2 seasons. And that is the corrected timeline. Thank you. To give you some origin of it, Mona the Vampire almost wasn't a thing, almost wasn't.
Fuck my drag, right?
Because it's either 1995 or 1998, though I'm led to believe it's 1995. There's a UK TV production company that wanted to turn it into a TV series, like a little cartoon, like it is now. But it was initially rejected by the British TV thingy, like they didn't go ahead with it. However, in Canada, so okay, the same TV company gave this idea off to a Canadian TV company. A company, Unison TV.
Ew. I am disgusted.
They gave the idea off to that company in Canada and they greenlit it. They were like, Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little fact that you might not know. Mona's surname, Mona the Vampire herself, self-assigned vampire.
Nice.
Could you tell me her surname? I don't think you could. Even for those who watched it, who were nostalgic and had connection to it, I don't think you could. Or maybe could you tell me the parents' names? Because they do have names, but you go by in the cartoon they were like Mr. Insert Blank, Mrs. Insert Blank. But I could not have told you if I did not look this up. Mona's surname. And it's quite basic. She's called Mona Parker. I looked for interviews, video interviews, even articles, and anything I could find on the voice actors or the producers or anyone who had, a hand on the show. I could not find anything. There's not the voice actress of Mona being like, yeah, I hate the show, it was horrid, blah blah blah. There's nothing. If you can find something, you can say I told you so and that I missed out, but I was looking, I was trying to get some juicy tidbits or something from the, inside scoop. Nothing. There is, there's a wiki, wiki.Mona the Vampire, and then there's, do you know how some fan bases have their own wiki website outside of Wikipedia? Well, there's a Mona the Lisa.
Beyonce, you know who you really look like? You look like Luther Vandross.
Okay. There's a Mona the Vampire wiki, and that did give some small things like this. Okay. Did you know that the same composer, which is called she's called Judy Henderson. Now, if you don't know who that is, because, I don't mean to be mean to composers, I don't blame you. I don't know composers. I don't know any of the voice actors until I looked it up. She's called Judy Henderson, and she is the same you know, theme song music composer in Arthur, that iconic TV show. This is what I wanted to say. Now, this is my main, like, divahood, my main, like, side eye to the series.
And hold on.
Now, in the Mona the Vampire Wiki, like its own website, there's like inserts about people saying why they liked it and why they loved it. Now, outside of nostalgia, I love nostalgia. I loved, like, I do like Mona the Vampire. I wouldn't be doing this video if I wasn't. But, you know, upon doing this video, I have been recently rewatching the series. And can I just say, she's kind of a brat. Okay, so I wanted to give some context as to why I called her a brat. So in one episode, you don't need to know the monster story because, like, we all know it's just imagination, it's not real. But you have to think that, like, Mona's doing the things in real life to guard off things in her imagination. So she grabs Angela, this blonde kid who, you're not supposed to like her anyway, she's a dislikable character, but Mona, who's supposed to be the protagonist, the good character, she grabs Angela and then she drags her backward, uses her reflective dress to, like, save the day, and then when she's done with her, she just pushes her. And this is Angela's party. So by the end of it, whatever Mona did to save the day, Angela was upset and it ruined her party. And then in the second clip, so okay, this one's sad. It's just two gothic Romanian people. But for some reason, well, not for some reason, the overactive imagination of a child, Mona and the squad think they're vampire. One's a vampire, one's a werewolf. They chase them into a bookstore, and then they're hiding around from them. They're hiding under the chairs, etc. And then when they're coming close to them or something, Lily, the girl in heels, she, like, runs in a certain direction, as you see here, and she knocks a book, like a pile of books, onto the girl, and she steps on the guy's foot. And these are just two normal people. They're not villainous. They've not done anything bad. Like, the show is just like, OMG, so quirky. Like, these kids just have such an imagination. But the reality is, she just tossed some books at some girl and stepped on someone's foot. Then later in the episode, Mona throws garlic at the girl. And as if that wasn't bad enough, she, like, lets a mouse loose. And she doesn't throw it at the girl, but she directs the mouse towards the woman. Now, you can say that this story had somewhat an okay ending, because now that the two Romanian people, they didn't actually know each other, they were two separate people, but they've, like, fallen in love, quote mark, by the end of it. But is that an equal justification for, you know, these kids going around and terrorising the locals? I don't think so. So, there's some morally ambiguous episodes, definitely. And me saying she's like, okay, the blurb for the show, it's like, oh, she is too imaginative. Her imagination is pretty out there, honey bunny.
Bitch gonna step on my fucking toe, bitch, with the fucking cowgirl fucking boots, bitch, disgusting.
Like, what are you doing?
And I'm like, I love that imagination. I get down with that. In fact, I had a little bit of that when I was a kid.
Oh, if I could give you one piece of advice, it would be shut the fuck up.
I wasn't going around attacking nobody, but, like, in my back garden, I would pretend I was, like, my own little fantasy character, if you will. And I would attack, like, thin air, acting like it was monsters, etc.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
That's my embarrassing, like, you know, my story.
Ew, this is so cringe.
But they had a lot of it around, you know, her having an overactive imagination. But, like, she does some shady stuff. And I hear what you're saying, kids show, no one, like, it wasn't like that. I know. But most kid shows try to show, like, good morals, how to be a good kid, and, like, you know, how to be the prime example of, like, success and being a good child. This one was, like, it had all the enthusiasm of, like, yes, I'm doing the morally right thing, but without any of the actual, like, are you doing the right thing? Are you sure, hon? Like, her imagination kind of got in the way, if you will. That is literally, I kid you not, when I compiled this information, I was like, oh, it'll probably be like 10 minutes, and then I can edit it down from there. That 50-50 video lasted 7 minutes. I'm terrible for rambling, you know I am. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you remember the show, and if you didn't, I know I spoke bad about it a little,
Drag her, slay her, sipping on that true tea, hunty.
but like, watch it for a giggle, because she'll be like, this bitch, Miss Mona, oh, she did that, okay. Like, it's a kid's show that doesn't have any adult jokes in it or anything, it's not like that. But it's entertaining to watch over. I did enjoy it. I hate ending my video because I'm like, it's gonna be a while since I do the next one. But I'm glad I did it. And I hope you are too. And I hope I make a comeback. Thank you for watching. I hope you see you soon. I hope you see me soon. I hope I don't disappear again. But I really enjoyed this. I will see you in the next one. Stay gorgeous. Stay stunning. And stay vampires, okay? Everyone should be a vampire. Mwah.